So this video is how we're going to be filling out a line list for an enteric outbreak at a camp. The line list is very important as it allows us to organize information, determine if an individual at the camp meets our case definition for the outbreak, describes our outbreak in terms of person, place, and time. The information provided on the line list can allow us to create a visual graph to look at the spread of the outbreak over time. This information can allow us to figure out when to declare the outbreak over as well. We'll want to use two line lists, one for campers and one for staff. Starting up top here with our campers outbreak, we'll want to put in our name of the facility. If we have an outbreak number, we will put it in there. This outbreak number will be provided by your investigator. If we know when our outbreak has been declared, we're going to put it in this tab here. Next, we're going to move on to our campers. Start with our last name, followed by our first name, the gender of the camper, and their date of birth, what cabin they are in, and their parent's name and contact number. Next, we want to include the onset date of our first symptom. So this is the first time we noticed any symptoms. Moving to the right, we'll check off whenever one of these symptoms was shown. For example, fever, nausea, bloody diarrhea. If we use our other category, we'll want to specify what symptom they have had. Next category is our stool specimen submitted. So yes or no. Was our camper hospitalized? And any recent comments that may be helpful. Have they recently been on a canoe trip? Were they receiving treatment for anything? Among others. Was the camper sent home? Date the symptoms resolved. And if the camper returned to the activities after. With this camper, as they were sent home, we would leave that category blank. At the beginning of the outbreak, you may not have all the information. For example, we may not have our date resolved yet if the camper is still actively symptomatic. Next, we'll move on to our staff list. So again, we want to make sure that we have our name of facility up top, the date we declared our outbreak, and we will start with the staff member's name. We want to also know what position are they working as. For example, for this person, we will say chef. This will give the investigators additional information. We're going to put their date of birth in, their cabin name or number, onset date, and again, this is the first day that we notice symptoms. And then again, what symptoms we notice. So fever, vomiting, watery diarrhea. Did we submit a stool specimen? No. Was the client hospitalized? Yes or no? And comments. Recent day off. Again, providing any information that the investigator may need. Date they resolved and date they returned to work. Your investigator will work with you to let you know when staff will be allowed back at work.